Guilty pleasure adventure games? We got them.
King's Quest 7. I love that game, and no one else does. I think it's like so beautiful. I know the animations are wonky. I know Rosella only has 4 fingers, and I don't care. It's true. She only has 4 fingers in that game. It's tragic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So does
bad.
Casper, but we all love him because I think a lot of what people complain about in King's Quest 7 is the whining and the crying and things like that. It's that they
Pretty
don't
bad.
like. Well, it's bad,
It's real
right?
bad.
But I think that could be a symptom of directors or writers not quite knowing what to do with female characters because they're so used to working with male characters.
Well, you got to
Yeah.
remember
It was written
too.
by
This
2
is
women,
the same.
so
This is the same company that made Phantasmagoria.
Yeah.
So
Right? Yeah.
the same.
We want
the
it
same
all over the
operators
top,
who made
guys.
Phantasmagoria.
Yeah, all over the top.
Yeah, she wants to go back to being pretty.
goes from saving Daddy and the kingdom pretty much to
Yeah.
relying on everything else around her environment to save her and literally jumping in the water to avoid having any
Why did she
conversation
do
about
that?
maturity.
Ugh, Rosella.
Is there any more
Throckmorton.
reasons?
Throckmorton. I want to be Prince Throckmorton, the guy that she didn't marry. Like, what's his opinion?
Yeah. There's something to be said for being a little boring and ruling a kingdom. I mean, King Graham, not boring, terrible king. I don't care what anybody says. King Graham's a
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the 4th Police Quest game, which
also
is
on my list.
Police Quest Open
Wow.
Season. It is
Tell the media to go themselves.
ethically indefensible. It is a racist game. It is glorifying a type of police work that is frankly gross. It's made by
Very
Oh my God,
controversial
Daryl Gates,
person.
yeah.
yeah, it's made by Daryl Gates, who is a incredibly controversial is a nice way to put it. He
He's responsible for the Rodney King riots.
Yes. But it was kind of fun. It was like a kind of a fun game. Like it was kind of a nice experience to play that game. Like, the game
I
ends.
feel like you're nervous, Matt. I feel like you're
I'm
nervous.
sweating so bad right now. Look, guys. I don't support it. I just like to play it.
So I'll just go for my big whopper, I guess, which would be Gabriel Knight 3.
Oh.
I know that. I think this game is kind of has mixed reception, but I think is largely by the adventure game community considered to be a pretty faulty game. I think mostly just from aesthetics alone, it is kind of it's a little bit on the ugly side. I'm not
the
gonna
story.
lie.
Jane Jensen is quite literally a master at telling stories, and that game, that story, is it's as good as it gets. Those graphics, utter shit.
Yeah.
I am gonna go with why did the name just escape my brain? Oh. Yeah, this is good. This is
Just
good.
describe,
this
just
part
describe
out.
it. Just describe the
Wolf
plot and
Among
we'll
Us.
name it.
Oh,
Wolf Among Us. First of all, fantastic games, fantastic set of episodes and everything. Wonderful game overall, but man, I gotta turn that low. I either gotta put headphones on or turn that sound down really, really low. Because there are some things, there are some words, there's some euphemisms that come out of there that I did not know. As you can see, I got to tie in the thing. I'm ready to go to church like after this. And, oh man, like my wife is in here. She's like, "What are you watching?" Like, no. No, you don't understand. I'm killing people. No, I'm.
so your guilty pleasure here is your spiritual guilt.
Yeah, I truly feel guilty like over this. Like, thou shalt not. I'm doing it all. I'm sorry. Like in this game. Have you played it? What do you guys say? Do you want to do another round? Just do it. Do this one a little
Rapid
quicker?
fire.
A little faster.
Yeah, rapid
Yeah,
fire.
let's do
I'll
it.
leave mine
Rapid
out.
fire.
My next one. This we'll start with roses again.
Harvester.
Ah, yeah.
That game is wild and I love it. Super problematic. Really difficult, honestly. And for some reason, melee at the end. That is like prohibitively difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. But
so wild. That's such a wild ending.
Yeah, it's what in the world has happened. And I just love that they missed the point so hard. Like they tried to do something, the developers did, but
I've heard
if you type any sentence to your mom that has the F word in it, she will talk about how she'd like to sleep with you, but she's a little busy right now.
Just a little busy.
So the only problem with Harvester, well, there's a lot of problems with Harvester.
The only problem.
Every day in that game ends with like a minute-long scene of you watching this not very attractive, not very in shape guy slowly take his shirt off. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go King's Quest 9, 8, 9, Mask of Eternity.
Mask of Eternity. Okay.
8. King's Quest 8, Mask of Eternity. This is not a good game. It's just a bad game, and it's barely an adventure game. And there's
is it even a King's Quest game, Matt? That's the big question. Is it even a King's Quest game if you're not even playing any of the characters? Is it?
Well, I mean, no. You are. You played number 2, the remake.
You know, it feels
okay. He's retconned into the original series by a fan. Yes,
it feels like if somebody gave you King's Quest 8 and said, "Oh, this is the game that Bethesda made before they made Morrowind," you'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. It's kind of bad, and it kind of like is bad 3D, and there's like bad combat, and like." You're doing a lot of fetch quests. Looks ugly. This doesn't feel like a King's Quest game, but it's one
ugly.
of the yeah. It's one of those things that once you start making progress, you're like, oh, this is fun. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is good. Oh, okay, I get how this all connects.
Get that game fully off the ground.
Can I say something controversial on my show? Yeah, let's do that.
Hold on. Let me consult the judges.
I might have to like go and edit this out like later on. But, like, you notice that Roberta, she kind of like separates herself from all the bad ones and then puts herself in all the good ones, whether no matter how much she was involved in or not.
Okay, are we calling? She says Phantasmagoria is her proudest work. Are we calling that a good?
She did say that. She's the most proud of Phantasmagoria. Yeah. That's true.
But what did she say about Phantasmagoria 2?
Oh, she
separated herself from it.
Well, she's not.
Yeah.
It's just like, and I believe her, but it's just like how Jane Jensen is like, yeah, I wrote most of Gabriel Knight 3 except for the mustache puzzle. I had nothing to do with it.
She says that?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what's absolutely batshit though? Literally, there was a scene that they cut out of the game that was supposed to be an arcade sequence where Gabriel is fleeing on motorcycle from vampire bats.
That sounds great.
I wouldn't enjoy
that. And you guys are playing it wrong, obviously, if you're not getting maximum enjoyment out of it, because there is a built-in nude cheat code for Connor, the main character.
Wow.
Built in.
Those butt cheeks are when he's chopping down the, oh man.
They put a little Mask of Eternity fig leaf over his nether regions, but you can just look at his butt as he runs along.
Whole butt.
Yeah. Power through it.
All right. Phantasmagoria 2. It's not it's probably maybe not even as good as Phantasmagoria 1, which already is maybe not the best, but there's a lot of sitting at your desk opening emails.
This is my hot take from this. I think Phantasmagoria 2 is better than 1. I think it's more enjoyable.
Every one of our network members agrees with that. I don't think that's that hot of a take.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
I disagree.
I think Roberta would object, but
I disagree. But I do like Phantasmagoria 2, but I disagree. Josh, I know you want to keep moving, but why don't you just say your second one and then move us along so we're not allowed to respond to it?
Actually, yeah. Okay, so my second one is going to be Rex Nebular, and
Oh God.
like that did not age well. But however, I did see my first pair of boobies in that game.
Well,
Ooh,
So,
boobies.
it taught me from a young age. All right.